Howdy, howdy. Oh, I see. The chat is on the other side. I think I'll flip it right now. Let's see, where did the chat go? There. Flip it over here for now. I don't know. I like it that way for some reason. Although for the tail is like strange. It's on the other side. Whatever. Aesthetics. Anyway. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, last stream of the year. Once again, at a weird day of the week, Tuesday. Yeah, my schedule is usually Monday, Wednesday, but here I am on a Tuesday. Monday was busy. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, so Tuesday it was. Also, that Suribot emote, that's new. Little dancing one. I hope the holidays have been good for y'all. It's still not over. We still got New Year's. I don't think I have any New Year's plan. Maybe I'll do something spontaneous. I don't know. I wanted to keep the options open. What else? But yeah. Stream today. Last time I said I was gonna do a 5-hour stream, maybe. I don't think that's gonna happen this year. I mean, yeah, this year, I guess. The holiday burnout is real, so, and I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice at some point, so try to pace it, I guess. So the plan, there's not a really structured plan for today. I did want to do my little, like, kind of go over the art that I made this year. This will be the 3rd time that I've done this. The first time I didn't even stream it. It was just a video because I didn't stream back then. It's like last year I did it on stream. And yeah, so I just figured to just continue this little tradition and like condense it into a video on YouTube. Just something. I haven't posted a video on YouTube for 5 months. I feel like I go through this. This is the 2nd time I've gone through this with YouTube, is that I'm like, yeah, I'm really into it. And then I'm like, I'm obviously not gonna like delete my channel, but I will just add a video when I have something to show, I guess. Because for a while it was just like, this is just gonna be the place that I put my sketchbook tours. But I haven't really been doing much sketchbook work, so it might be a while until I get another sketchbook tour video out. This is kind of like a sketchbook tour. It's just like going over old art. Howdy, howdy. Broken demo disc. Hope you had a good holiday, or currently having a good holiday. We're still not done. Oh yeah, I might have to pause at some point to get a meal. We like have no groceries in the house, in the home. So I have to stop and like make something. Probably like might be a longer break than usual. Late Merry Christmas, yeah. I don't know, it just always makes me think of like that song. I guess, yeah, I'm not gonna sing it. I have a horrible singing voice, but I don't know how popular it is now that I think about it. Anyway. What else? Yeah, I guess, yeah. Just New Year's holiday burnout. Someone mentioned it's the most overstimulating time of the year, and I've like, yeah, that's totally right. I never really thought about it that way, but it totally is. Just gotta get through it, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna bring up one of my social media things. Let me see how I can make it fit here. Popular with white people? Is it? I have like no idea. Wait, now I want to look into the origins. I mean, it's a bilingual song. Jose Feliciano. Let me Do we have some history here? We have a Wikipedia page. All right, Wikipedia. Feliciano wrote Feliz Navidad while feeling homesick at Christmas, missing his family in New York City and his extended family further afield as he sat in a studio in Los Angeles. He remembered celebrating Christmas Eve with his brothers, eating traditional Puerto Rican foods, drinking rum, and going caroling. Interesting. Yeah, remember when Wikipedia was the untrustworthy one? I just remember being like, everyone don't... I mean, you still have to take it with a grain of salt, but still. They're pretty... There's some folks who are, like, on it for checking it. He was expressing the joy that I felt on Christmas and the fact that I felt very lonely, he told NPR on December 2020. That was pretty recent. Alright, alright. 1970. One of the most downloaded and aired Christmas songs in the US and Canada. Interesting. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like popular in Canada or not. Fascinating. It didn't enter any of the US Billboard music popularity charts until well over two and a half decades after it was recorded. In 1998, reaching number 18. Wow. Yeah, I never really thought about where this song came from. I mean, it's very catchy. Probably one of my more favorite Christmas songs as a kid. Well, learned something new today. Alright, let me grab... So, I used to be able to do this with Blue Sky, but for some reason it's not working anymore. Neither with Tumblr, so I'm using Mastodon currently. Wikipedia has citations? Yeah. Don't trust the article itself, trust the sources, which in most cases are good, especially in the big articles. Ah, yeah. I remember Wiki Fandom? Maybe I'm like thinking about this incorrectly, but it had like some problematic aspects to it, but that's different than Wikipedia. Also, it's so filled with ads. It's such a pain to navigate that site. Yeah, I'm aware. It just says Wiki in its name. I wish it was neater. Like, I appreciate that fans add their info and stuff like that, but bad UI. Alright, let me... I just exited out of this. Bring this back up. Move it over here. I'm gonna see how I can fit chat in. I think I'll just like go back and forth. Might be a little bit of a delay. Let me drag this. And oh, I gotta scooch over. Right, I need to move my chat all around. Right, we have double chat for a second. And whoop, I pressed the wrong button. I will just manually move myself. Yeah. It's the only source when you want info on your favorite fandom that Wikipedia deems not important enough. True. Yeah, all the little tiny, like, details. It makes sense. Some of it is, like... I don't know. Very specific lore. Okay, one more thing. Hey, we made it happen. Okay. Wow. Fallout New Vegas. I think this is my first drawing. At least my first drawing that I posted for that year. I still need to finish this game. I got stuck on one of the DLC. And I was getting motion sick, so I haven't visited it in a while. But yeah, this was for a YouTube thumbnail. And then, oh, I streamed this drawing. I just kind of, I think I already had a sketch. Oh, wow. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna, like, change it a bit. As in, like, kind of get out of my zone of drawing opossums and canids. So I drew a goat character that I, like, barely... I don't think I drew them at all this year, except for this one time. Well, that was their moment to shine. Oh, yeah, this one too. Okay. All the memories coming back. Did this one on stream as well. And watercolor. Oh yeah, I had to change the DMs. I started getting a bunch of randos DMing me for their like projects. Yeah. Howdy, Zachary. So I think, oh yeah, I used a Pinterest reference for this. There were people, changed them into my furry characters. 27% opossum, 36% shark. I haven't done possum check today. 64, I'll take that. That works. First commission of the year. Wait, come on. Oh, it didn't drag there. I always get happy when people ask me to draw deer. Doesn't happen very often. What do you think about like the thing that I'm most commissioned to draw? It actually varies quite a bit now that I think about it. But the shark plush, hey, it's working. Thank you. Yeah, deer personas are adorable. So fun to draw. I also really like the colors on this one. Howdy, Ghost is raccoon. 57% shark. Oh, 77% opossum. 93% opossum. All right, all right. Let's see if anybody can. Otherwise, you get some possum crowns. Oh, I should change this to art rather than just chatting. Because I'm like, yeah, there's art happening here. Oh, 11%. Feeling more raccoon today. And let me see, is this the finished version? Yes. Yeah, this was another unique commission in the sense that it's a cybernetic elephant? Very unique Sona. At first I was like, I don't know. I usually have like, I'm like, if it's too like armored, I won't accept the commission, but this is like a nice in-between of being like organic and having like tech details. And I was like, okay, I can do that. Also, props to people who commission me and they're like, I've never seen you draw this, but I trust that you can do it. And I'm like, well, okay, thank you. Oh, I wonder if this GIF will work if I drag it. Oh no, it's a video. Okay, no, I can't drag it. This says it's a GIF. Oh wait. Oh no. It's just the logo for the Fediverse. Cybertron. If only the Cybertruck wasn't awful. But yes, that is very clever. Well, I can't show it, I guess, but wait, maybe if I screen cap it. A snapshot. There's my hand. But yeah, no, this was my PNGtuber. I can't believe my PNGtuber is not even a whole year old, I guess. And then I guess, yeah, I made this one a couple months later. When did I post this? Tell me. No, they're not telling me. Okay, whatever. And then this was a remake. This was initially... I drew this with a human initially, but I was like, I want to bring this back into my portfolio, but I don't want it to be like... Because the old version was like several years old, and I want it to be dated. And then I want it to actually match everything else as far as like, you know, having a furry in my furry portfolio. So, yeah, turned into a deer. I had a hard time picking what animal. Initially I thought of dog, but then I was like, the dog characters that I had were just like, the colors didn't go too well with the green. I felt like deer was a nice neutral color. Alright, I've been like trying to experiment with like a quicker, sketchier style. So yeah, this is like with the watercolor brushes. I've had these watercolor brushes for years and I've been using them on and off. But I was like, I really want to make like a little sketchy style that when I feel like making an illustration but don't have to worry about it being too clean, I can use that. I also streamed this. It was like one of the first times that I started doing unlisted streams on YouTube. Then I took like a break from them. Oh yeah, another commission. This was for a fellow YouTuber streamer who was doing cyberpunk at the time. I feel like people who also haven't seen the it's just such a weird shape, so it stands out to a lot of people. But luckily I feel like people are buying them less. Okay, here's another sketchbook stream. I guess I only put some of my sketchbook art if I streamed it. I was actually quite happy with how this turned out. Like, I don't think I used any references, and so I don't know. I thought the colors were like nice and bright. Right. Somebody like asked, I think, to draw like maybe the possum and like a cozy, just reading a book in a cozy library cafe thing. I don't know. It's been so long. Even cozy? Thank you. I kind of want to turn the one that's the fox sitting on the dock. I kind of want to turn that into like a digital picture. I don't know. This is like my perfectionism, but I kind of like it better when something's digital because like, well, this is like kind of tiny. Maybe it's like the size of my hand. And so like when you scan it, the details look a little bit rough. But we'll see. I was like, I don't do a lot of water related drawings, and I should. I wish I had the dates on these because I'm just kind of guessing. And then I designed my new VTuber. I feel like I've had this VTuber forever, but apparently not. I'm like constantly wearing the hoodie now. I don't know, it's hoodie season. I have a sweater on this, but I don't know. Hoodies, a different vibe. I need to hydrate. Alright, I'll zoom out. I'm so used to zooming in and out of this, so I need to slow down. Oh, I can look up the date. It's just like very convoluted. I have limited screen space right now. I just know it's sometime in the spring. Oh, here we have April 21st. Oh, dang, I lost my spot. Alright, shoot. Let's scroll back down. Not 420, right? I think I debuted it earlier than that. I think this was just when I finally was like, I need to make a reference sheet for it. Because some people would ask me for it. This was another commission. Whoop. I think it was the first commission I did on stream. Because the person who commissioned watches streams, and I was like, you know what? We'll do that. Do I take commissions? Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, I realized I don't have my... whatchamacallit. I used to have my info right below here. Okay, dang it. I always forget what variation. Yeah, I do ref sheets. I haven't done a ref sheet in a while. But yeah, did this one on stream. I think I finished it on stream too. That was nice. It's nice that you can just like ask the person as you go. And oh, okay. I have a lot of stream art now that I think about it. Well, now that I look at it, I guess. This was also a traditional thing. I want to do more traditional paintings, and I think not in a sketchbook, but like in an actual, like, I don't know, how do you say it? It's like a block of paper, so I don't have to deal with that seam right there. And usually when you use like blocks of paper, the paper quality is better, and so you can like abuse the paper a little bit more. Doesn't curl as much. Yeah, I told myself, I was like, I want to make more traditional art, and yeah, I didn't. You're gonna give yourself a late Christmas present by gifting yourself a commission? That is so sweet. I was like, I haven't commissioned anybody in a while. It's not a bad idea. But think about it. And then here's another traditional art one. Same sketchbook. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, all of these were the same sketchbook. You find it corny / greedy? Nah, treat yourself. I'm trying to remember if I got anything for myself this Christmas. I think I allowed myself to buy some music. I know, like, I don't know, it's just nice to have good quality music. Right. This is like almost at the end of the sketchbook. I'm actually quite happy how this turned out. I guess I was just trying to do a little storefront thing. Coffee. Howdy, 4 pigeons. How's it going? Yeah, I used to commission a lot of artists, but now I'm a little bit more broke, so it's not as not a thing I can do as often. Oh my goodness, Pride, I guess. There's Bandito. I keep saving. I just keep it save successful, just in case I lose it. So that must be June, I guess. Water tank was leaking. You only slept like 3 to 4 hours. Ooh, dang. Did that get fixed? The question is who? Now that you have money, it's your choice. You have to choose where to spend it. It's not the quality of art, but it's also the art style. Like, yeah, I have to, because like not a lot of people draw opossums, so yeah, I'm more likely to commission somebody who has drawn possums in the past, so I can be like, okay, I know what it looks like. Because, yeah. Because, like, some folks, they draw them a little bit more like cats, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. It was fixed. The problem is the plumbing went through your window. Ooh. Well, I hope you're able to, like, take a nap or something. That's so tiny. Maybe I should shrink these. These are huge. Taking up too much space. This was for Patreon postcard for... Was it? I guess it was spring. I'm trying to think. No, spring is the first Patreon postcard. So that would have... This was spring. So then this was summer. So I associate sunflowers with late summer. Not there next to. Still half asleep. Get that rest. And then here's my D&D character, which is technically incorrect because Kenkus actually have hands, not wings. But I was like, you know what? Drawing it with a wing, probably. I don't know. I just felt like doing that. I still need to show this to my D&D group. I'm so bad at showing art to people IRL. Like, when it comes to the internet, I'm like, alright, it's anonymous. Whatever. I'll show all the art. When then it was like people IRL, I'm like, nah. It's a secret. Just people who like draw hyper gradient or realistic, but like don't get me wrong, they're amazingly talented. Doesn't vibe. Oh yeah, the vibes definitely change. I totally get it. How's my day so far? Burb. My day's good. Probably I'm a little bit sleepy, not gonna lie. Okay, I was saying I was a bit holiday burnt out, but you know, luckily don't have a lot planned in the next couple of days. Like cozy tune or pastel sketchy art. Aw, thanks. Yeah, I'm like I guess I didn't do hyper realism, but like, yeah, it's like the difference between here and here. I guess the difference between, I'm gonna just guess this was 8 hours of work, whereas this was like maybe 2 hours. 2 hours with a lot of like chatting in between. But I feel like they both, I don't know, as long as I'm able to capture the vibe. Thank you. Can I move this one? No, I can't. I was like, well, at this point, I made the spinny emote. I guess that was my animation of the year. Probably my favorite animation of the year now that I think about it. It was simple, but I don't know. I like it. Oh yeah, also this one. Yeah, I kept messing with the sketchiness. Like the perspective is incorrect, but like I'm like, I don't know, that's kind of a vibe. Get rotated. This one like did really well on Blue Sky because like the shark fandom showed up for it. That was not at all what I was anticipating. Some people got very distressed at the fact that the shark was out of water. I was like, it's just an illustration, y'all. Thank you. Oh, I haven't heard of those other artists. Oh yeah, this picture... Oh wait, I can't drag it yet. I technically did this picture like in the autumn of 2023, but it just like sat in my folder for a good while because I was like, people aren't gonna like it. I'm not gonna post it. And then finally I was like, you know what? I'm gonna post it. It's silly. I like it. Whatever. And now they're like a canon version of Spicy. Oh, some people drew them for art fight, which was pretty great. Much appreciated. I guess now we're in art fight era. Yeah, you could tell that I was like really digging the watercolor at this point. Whoop. Keep accidentally tilting it. So first art fight, I was like, just draw a fox. I feel pretty comfortable with drawing foxes, so I wanted to start in my comfort zone. And then I got art fight attack, so I tried to do like the revenge. This was a revenge. Goat. And then I guess I did all of these with the watercolor brush. Rhyme. I saw this person's character. I think this was a revenge as well, and I was like, hell yeah, what a good shirt. Then this was a revenge as well, I think. And Tanuki. Yeah, just a shirt that says crime. It would be pretty easy to make. We should all make crime shirts. Just exist through life. Be a secret gang. And then, oh yeah, I guess this was like me drawing Sona art in between art fights. Right, I don't think yeah, this is the first time I drew the Sona in a while. I always feel like I draw Spicy a lot, but let me see. We have the Fallout one, we have the PNGtuber, the vtuber, and the Sunflower one so far, and we're already halfway through the year. And I'm like, and so far the only one that's actually like a proper illustration is this one. The rest are like functional, like streamer related stuff. Imagining a whole bunch of kids with shirts that say crime causing moral panic among conservatives. Real. Made one with nuke opossum spraying graffiti. I mean, that's pretty cool. Good nod to Night in the Woods. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I haven't done, now that I look at this, everything is lined, except for like the paintings. And then except for this one. This one's lined in the foreground, but not. I feel like I might have done another one that looks like this. Oh, the snow one that I did just like not that long ago. Yeah, I always like change my mind on my technique. I just like variety. I don't know. But I feel like overall I've finally gotten some sort of consistency in style, even though I do change like some techniques from time to time. Whereas like before I felt like if you put a lot of my art together, like I want to say 5 years ago, it looked a lot more choppy, if that makes any sense. Then this was a part of a stream. Oh yeah, I remember, for Pigeons, you requested the kettle that's cut off here. Someone else requested the jackalope. I forget who, but that was a fun thing to draw. I would have probably not drawn it otherwise, so it's always nice to get, like, ideas from y'all. They're good at cleaning toxins? That's interesting. Can't remember why you said kettle. It will remain a mystery. But hey, it was fun to draw it. Need to hydrate. Yeah, I remember I took the stream and I made it like into a short video. That's the last video I posted on YouTube. Well, I'll be making this into a video, so we'll update that. You want to get into art? Don't even aspire to be god tier, just drawing Toonie. Honestly, I feel like Toonie is actually pretty hard because you have to like not only understand how form works, then you have to like simplify it. It's tricky. Yeah, because me trying to get into a simpler style, it's been taking years. Because I've been like, I'm trying to draw simpler to be faster at drawing. But yeah, that's a weird thing about. Because I feel like I could paint all day. We can render things all day. But like doing toony line art, kind of tricky, in my opinion. Some people are just like naturally gifted at it. Exaggerated expression, proportions, exactly. And then this was another art fight. Also, I did the painterly background technique. The reason why I don't do the painterly background technique as much anymore is because I prefer using Procreate, the app for it, which only exists on the iPad, and I don't use that as much anymore. So I don't know. I've been trying to find brushes that kind of work on Clip Studio, which is the program I usually use, but I don't know. Nothing quite does it. You joined Art Fight? Nice. People think Toonie is easier than realism, when in fact you can draw good Toonie. You can't draw good Toonie without a good base on realism. Yeah. I think like the only way you can kind of get away with it is like if you use kind of like a template, like kind of like how South Park does it. Like you get the round head, the eyes kind of all look the same, and then you just kind of like add on it, because like they purposely made it simple so they can keep the animation really quick. You know how it works before. Yeah. The whole like, what is it? I think this is like Picasso who said this. It was like, learn the rules and then you can break them. I'm like totally paraphrasing here. Then, this is another art fight. I was like, now that I think about it. Wait, no. Okay, never mind. Have I drawn cats at this point? Okay, I drew these cats way back when. Yeah, this was like my first cat in a long time. Oh yeah, it was like, and if you, yeah, as far as stylization, yeah, Picasso really stylized a lot. This was also a stream. I want to get back into color pencil. I feel like there's a bit of a limit on colors sometimes. I was kind of worried. I feel like I need a better brown. Oh, thank you so much for the sub, Shy Hermit Crab. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I do like how they turned out though. I'm still a total like rookie when it comes to color pencil, but I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit more. Way less cleanup because you don't have to deal with like paint water and cleaning your brushes and everything. Oh, here was another good old stream idea. I don't know what prompted all this. Started talking about gummy sharks. Oh no, I think I was like, I want to draw salmon. Somebody brought up salmon, and I was like, okay. I've been meaning to draw, what are these things called? Sockeye salmon? Because they're just like an aesthetic. And then yeah, the gummy shark. Although right now it kind of looks like a gummy dolphin. I tried. Oh yeah, good old art history. So the gummy shark actually came back because I was working on this, and I was like, y'all, I need ideas on what to put for the graffiti. And someone said gummy shark x Swedish fish. Like a fish, like a ship. I almost said a fish. That was good stuff. Yeah, I'm curious how many folks were here for each, because I'm like, actually a lot of these were done on stream now that I think about it. Oh, the first thing. Wait, when was this? August. Yeah, right. I was like, you know what? I really want to draw autumn stuff, even though it's like the middle of summer. Can we make the gummy fish an inside joke? Heck yeah. I mean, it kind of already is. Oh, you ordered an IKEA shark? Heck yeah. Did you get the big one or the medium-sized one? June 30th? Yeah, it might have been a little bit earlier then. The big one. Nice. Well, I hope you enjoy the big shark. He'll lurk while working on a commission. Hey, we'll have. I don't want to say good luck on your commission because that sounds like you need luck, but yeah, hope it goes well and everything. Wuhai 2, not the big one. I mean, yeah, it is nice that they added a medium-sized one. It's more affordable. I think I did this one on stream too. I was just kind of like in a kind of chibi mood, I guess. I ditched the watercolor brush and I was like, alright, we're back to, I don't know, smoother color. Are we on time? 47 minutes? Alright, we're almost done. By almost, I don't know. That's how long I talk for. Am I pressed for time? Nah, mostly just like making sure I don't yap forever, because I already feel my voice dying a little bit. I might have to make like a cup of tea during one of the breaks. Oh hey, look, I'm back to the, what do you call it? The watercolor brush again. Yeah, I like yapping too. I just wish I had a, how is it? More stamina on the voice box. Oh, there's a shark over there. Right. Someone suggested, I forget this character's name from a video game. Still need to look into it. Dark Side of the Moon poster? Hell yeah. Like these cross sections of part of world type pieces? Ah, same. I would like call it isometric, but I guess this like technically breaks the rules of isometric because it's not like perfectly symmetrical. But yeah. Yeah, I really like it when other folks do make this. I'm just like a cutout. I guess it's more like adjacent to like, you know, The Sims? Or just like, you can make it so the walls kind of like go down. You can still see the back. Because like with The Sims you can like change the isometric. I think it's like a math term technically. Wait here, let me see if I can show you. It's used in video games a lot too. So like, let me see if I can copy this and drag this. Yeah, so like you see how this is the grid you would use for doing isometric art. So you see how it is symmetrical, whereas this one it's a little bit off kilter. And yeah, a lot of video games do this. What is it? Bastion does it, right? Isometric. A lot of old school video games. Like a really fuzzy picture. Oh, it got bigger. Yeah, it just like retains this like perspective, I guess. I can't remember if you can spin in it. Was in a boss fight. The fox is from Tunic? Right, right. Oh, the fox doesn't have a name. Okay, but the game is called Tunic. Gotcha. But yeah, this is more or less what isometric means. Wait, actually, wait, let me see what the dictionary definition says. Of having equal dimensions. Okay. The fox, formerly known as Tunic. But yeah, otherwise I just call them cutouts. I don't know. I feel like they need a better name than that. Oh hey, this is from my birthday stream, I guess? Because I think that was the only time I did a raffle. More watercolor. Yeah, right. I was like, I feel like somebody's gonna recognize it. Yeah, I think the other one is one on the left is Lutravir's cat. Furrified, anthrofied. 12%? Dang. Oh, and then I don't know if it was the same day, I drew this crow. And I don't know, a lot of people really liked it. It actually ended up being a postcard. What have you done wrong? The opossum is not in the cards today. It's like a horoscope. Two cats together look so satisfying visually. Yeah, I did think it was funny that it was two like orange cats. Crow's really cute. Thank you. Since last year? Oh, wait. Wait a second. At first I was like, wait, are you in like a different time zone? But no, even then we still got a whole day, right? Wait a second. What day is it in Australia? I want to say Christmas. I mean, not Christmas. New Year's Eve. Yeah, it's New Year's Eve. Total coincidence. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is another quick drawing that I was like... I was surprised how well my really quick drawings are received. I don't know, maybe people just long for the sketchiness. Still New Year's Eve? Yeah, we were the day before New Year's Eve. Don't read into it, trust you. Never lie on the internet. Lying on the internet? Who does that? Yeah, getting into the fall spirit. I want to say... Actually, I'll just look at the date. I was having a time thinking. September 9th. Okay, it wasn't even officially fall. I was just like, it's time. It's September. Bring out the fall art. 58% shark, 22% shark. 100% opossum. It's been so long since we've seen that. Congrats. Alright. Like, you get all the crowns. Well, it's a good way to have the last stream of the year. Somebody gets 100% opossum. That's your second? Nice. Blessing into the new year, indeed. Amazing. I'm glad someone got 100%. I was like, I wonder if anybody can get 1% today. But I think most people already did their rolls. Good old night in the woods. I would like to do more fan art. I avoided fan art for the longest time because I felt like too insecure about making it both my style and not like completely copying the original art style. But I don't know, I feel like I'm slowly figuring it out. Maybe more fan art next year. I should write that down actually. Fan art is fun. Get you a 0%. That'd be wild if you did get both 100 and 0% in the same day. I made a new character, right? I drew them on stream. Wait, no. Oh, I did draw them on stream, but didn't look like this. I was just trying to figure it out. Good old May. I was like, yeah, what is y'all's favorite Night in the Woods character? I think I have to go with Greg. I don't know. Greg rules, okay? Oh yeah, it's the hairless Mexican dog breed. I cannot say this. I'm gonna try. Bear with me. Zolo eats. No, it's a Z that throws me off. Yeah, no. 80% shark. Apparently there's I think a Peruvian dog that looks very similar. They often get confused. But they have like slightly different anatomy. I was like, this picture isn't technically done, but you know, it's a your character here. If anybody wants a your character here. Wah, wah, wah. And then I think I worked on that on stream as well. And then let's see. I think I did this as a warm-up on stream. I feel like 90% of the chupacabra sightings might be due to that breed. Maybe, although they say the chupacabra has like spikes or something like that. I feel like people have different ideas on what the chupacabra is supposed to look like, unlike some cryptids where they're like, no, it looks like this. We all agreed. Made it hydrate again. I mean, have y'all heard of the Cadejo? Spelled C-A-D-E-J-O. That's another cryptid, and that one specifically comes in like in a dog shape. Yeah, burning red eyes and goat hooves. Although some areas have more rough characteristics. Many have tried to kill the black Cadejo, but have failed and perished. Instead, if the Cadejo is killed, it will smell terrible for several days, and then the body will disappear. And some Guatemalan and Salvadoran folklore also tell of the Cadejo that protects drunk people against anyone who tries to rob or hurt them. When the Cadejo is near, it's said to bring a strong goat-like smell. Turning one's back on the Cadejo or speaking to it is said to induce insanity. Yeah, I remember the insanity part, and then like you turning your back on it. It's spooky. It's like, what are you gonna do? Walk backwards? Right? Those drunk people. Patron saint. Gotta go back to the commission mine. The commission mines. To get all the ingredients for a tasty drink. Nice. Well, looks like ads are gonna happen soon, so I will be back in a bit. The ads run for a bit. And yep, I'll be back. Let me see. Get that going. Alright, I'm back. A little bit early. Got like 2 seconds left on the ads. Alright, welcome back. I'm trying to see if I can... Did I format this better? They're all kind of weird sizes. Whatever. Wait, hold on, let me see. Can't wait if I scan all these? No, that won't work. Head empty, no thoughts. 'Tis the season. Yeah, what was I thinking about? I was up to something. Oh, I was thinking how many of these I did on stream. Say 1, 2? Yeah, I did that one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't remember if I did this one. 9? 10, 11? No, I didn't do this one. Can't remember. 12. I don't think I did any of the art fight ones except for this one. Don't worry about it. No such thing as a bad— well, no, I was gonna say no such thing as a bad viewer. I was like, nah, there's some folks who who types some things in chat. That's different. Yeah, I do want to say, like, yeah, the majority of these were made on the stream. I think it's kind of like forced me to draw quicker, because that was my goal, but then, like, I don't know, knowing that people were watching, I was like, okay, I don't have time to, like, overthink everything. When I get tempted to overthink it, sometimes I'm just like, I'll worry about this later. Off stream. No such thing. Insert scam links here. Real. Fear of making any streamer mad. Good thing social anxiety prevents that. I could totally understand. I honestly stopped chatting as much as I used to. It's tricky. Yeah, because a lot of people have like different like rules on what is chill or not. And then we're at, yeah, Halloween time, right. It's so this was a commission. I think this was my most detailed commission. I feel like indoor scenes, I don't know, they just take a lot more brain space trying to figure out what perspective is, because I feel like you can get away with perspective being easier with outdoor scenes because there's way more organic shapes. Sometimes just randomly dip from chat and fear that you've yapped too much. Same, honestly, same. But don't worry about it here. And then, oh, the jack-o'-lantern. Not the jack-o'-lantern, the jack-o'-lantern. This was Bandito's idea. Props to them. This is their Sona. Yeah, folks really like this one. Maybe it was the pun. And then we got the opossum. I've been meaning to draw, because this was based on a photo. I've been meaning to draw this for a long time, and then finally I was like, I don't have anything to draw on stream, and I was like, you know what? It is time. I need to do this. I wonder if my autumn art, like, eclipses my spring-summer art. It definitely eclipses my winter art. I don't draw winter art that much. I guess I'll throw this one in here too. Another your character here. Anybody wants their character here. It is for sale. On good old Spycyshark.com. The self-plug. You're not scared for yappage, because why would you stream if you don't want to engage with people? But what if you say something offensive? Right, because like tone can't be read. Yeah, that is a tricky one. But I have been in some streams where they're like, I don't want to engage. I'm just like, I mean, I think you can make it like a chat, like emoji only or something like that, if you really don't want to engage, but each to their own. That's adorable, thank you. I also feel like streaming has forced me to come up with ideas faster too, because then I'm like, so if I'm just like sitting there, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna draw? I'm like, wait, I have all these ideas that I have been neglecting, like this possum, which is Bandito's Sona, possum Sona. I always forget. I didn't add them to my toy house, and that's why I completely forgot they existed. Here they are. Lack context? True. And then, oh right, this character. I don't think I did this on stream. I have so many deer characters. I can't stop designing deer. Help. I was like, I could make them an adopt, but I'm just like too attached to my deer characters. Howdy, howdy. I do like their colors though. I'm a big fan of like orangish and blue or teal, whatever you call this color. It's like a green blue. I think other than this picture, this is probably my second most detailed picture. I remember I was like having a bit of a crash out with the perspective on here. If only you can commit to drawing a character for you. Like a Sona? Like designing a Sona? Yeah, the thing that I was like struggling with is I was trying to like measure. It's like, you see how the spaces between these lines are less spaced out than over here? And I was like, why is it like that? And I tried to like mess with a 3D model to see, and yeah, I guess that's proper perspective. I don't know, it was bugging me. Have a couple ideas, but can't commit to drawing them. What do they call that? Kind of like choice paralysis? That's how I feel about writing. I have a lot of ideas, but can't commit to that. And then this was my first sketch commission, because I opened sketch commissions after I did this, and I was like, you know what? It would be fun to add them at a cheaper price, so I can get them done like within an hour and a half. Not too much overthinking. Don't necessarily have to color in the lines. And so, yeah, someone commissioned this one, and I was like, hell yeah. I really like the idea. Oh, drawing on a phone? Oh, that's tricky. I mean, like, I would recommend paper, honestly, at that point. And then this was another commission. I really liked the colors in this. I realized I don't really use very bright colors. I thought I did, but now like I zoom out, I'm like, they're kind of muted. I feel like I thought I was pushing it with this one. I was like, whoa, this is so bright. And then yeah. Just had to, yeah, I was just working on this and I was like, hey, this is actually really nice. But now it looks like the rest of my art is super muted. I want to do more bright colors this upcoming year. You were on a phone and a finger for the longest time? Hindsight made you draw so slow. I feel like, don't get me wrong, like, I have a screen protector on mine. It like hurts my finger. Like it like feels like sandpaper after a while. And then, the snake. Okay, I had a lot of different comments on this one on what it would be called. Let me check. I swear like one person in each piece of social media came up with a name for it, and I think they were all different. Let me see. This wasn't that long ago, so I shouldn't have to scroll that much. Oh, wait a second. I swear someone commented on this one. Huh, okay. Never mind. Or maybe they deleted their comment. I remember someone called it the Snoodie? Like S-N-O-O-D-I-E? Maybe I like collectively hallucinated this. Well, not collectively, I just... Someone called it the Snooky, which, you know, that means something else. Snooty. I guess like S-N-O-O-D-I-E. There we go. That's the hoodie. And someone was like, wait, what's the point of pockets? They're purely, what's the word? Cosmetic. I was like, maybe the tail can, like, go in the pocket? Fish something out? We got some things. I think it was supposed to be a cobra initially, but I was like, meh. Just make it a green snake. Or we can pretend that they're... Oh wait, no, but then you wouldn't see the... You would see the hood of the cobra back here. Just have to, like, flick its neck. Keep the hoodie on. Oh gosh, we're almost at the end. I think this was the last piece of art that I worked on stream. No. I did some traditional art. But yeah, this was the winter postcard. Like, zoom out, there is no snow anywhere. Actually, I'll scooch this over here. Except for that last one. Yeah, I feel like I was getting some art block at this point. So I revisited an old sketch that I did in July, I want to say. I like this style. It's a little bit different from how I draw Spicy. Actually, now that I look at it, it kind of looks more like my VTuber. Yeah, the moth painting stream. And then this same stream with the... I forget who. Someone suggested... Well, we have the possum shark. Well, then we need the shark possum. So, there we go. And I pretty much, yeah, used the same design as for this one. I just had to change the tail to a possum tail. And I didn't take a picture of all the pieces that I worked on for the moth stream, but we have Mothman. And then I guess lastly, just the summary of art. This is huge. Okay, it's not like huge. But yeah, it was hard choosing some of these because I was just like, I gotta choose one for each month. Or like, cause sometimes there would be two pieces that I really liked. And then I was like, well, two pieces that I liked in 1 month. The Shawsome. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, maybe I'm thinking, okay, I got confused, yeah. It wasn't the snake. It was the Shawsome, right, that everybody commented on the name. We got the Snooty and the Shawsome. Good names. But yeah, I guess luckily with this template, they gave you a spotlight area, so it's like an extra bingo card. Because I was like, what is this? November? So I did this one and this one both in November, and I both really like them. So I was like, cool, I'll put one in the spotlight. And wow, I did a lot more art than I expected. So I did not accomplish my New Year's goals for last year. Let me look at them. I wrote them down because I have myself on screen, I guess, saying them. Last year resolutions: make more videos. I quit after a while. Making videos stopped being fun. More animation. Also didn't really do that. Mostly just my emotes. I'm trying to remember which emotes I did. I did the spinny possum one. I think I did the laughing emote. That was a pretty easy animation. And let me look at my emotes real quick. Oh, I did the yap one. Okay, laugh, spin. Oh, did shark spin too. That one gone? Oh, there it is. It's just hiding. I think I did the wave one last year. I think these are the new emotes for this year. Oh right, I was like, I want to make more traditional art, and I want to sell originals. I think I got like imposter syndrome because I didn't do that. I really do want to make more traditional art. I don't know if I'll sell it though. But yeah, because I wanted to make something more like this, you know? A little bit more detail. Because there's just something about, you know, being able to see the art directly in front of you versus like on a screen. It blue screened? Dang. Well, hope you didn't lose anything. And yeah, I think that was it for my New Year's resolutions. Things that happened in 2025. Got this new VTuber. I think that was a big thing because this took so long. It took months to make. Also the fact that I was like trying to work on it in secret too. I feel like if I do another VTuber, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stream part of it because it's just, yeah. It was hard to try to keep up with streaming, making different art, and then on top of it, working on this VTuber in the background. Oh, they're just spinning. It's not a bad thing. Did it save your canvas? Dang. Thanks for the shark pats. Oh yeah, I also made the hoodie later. Yeah, the little outfit that I'm wearing right now. I kind of want to make a third outfit maybe next year. It's purely cosmetic. I don't know how necessary it is, but it could be fun. What else? Made the PNGtuber. Can't see it move at the moment, but they move, I swear, next time I do another traditional art stream. Oh, first full year on Twitch, right. First affiliate stream. Yeah, technically this year I have streamed more hours than ever before. Because I used to do a lot of like 1 hour streams, and then even before that, I didn't really keep a schedule. So it was, you saw us moving? Like just now? Or like you seen it in a stream before? Oh yeah, with the moth, right? Yeah, during the stream. But yeah. Oh, I don't do dual streaming anymore. Yeah, I used to stream simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch. Don't do that anymore. I occasionally sometimes catch myself being like, what if I went back? But as far as like modding and everything and keeping track of two chats, it started becoming a little bit too overwhelming. So I think around, I want to say maybe this piece of art was when I stopped dual streaming. Or I think I was dual streaming, but it was like in private, and then I eventually just stopped altogether. So it's been an interesting change. Like I really do like YouTube, but yeah, like I said, if I had to pick out of the two, Twitch is just more streamlined because it's been doing the streaming thing for way longer, so they have the better tools for it. It's not perfect, but it does work. But yeah, I think, wait a second. Do I have my YouTube link? Let's see if anything pops up. Oh yeah. Oh, that link is messed up. It shouldn't say at Spycyshark YouTube. There should be a space there. Whoops. I'll have to change that. Oh. Well, I totally forgot about Moobot too. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not really active on there. I'm gonna turn this into a video there. So, but that's pretty much it. I don't have any further plans. Oh yeah, super fancy. Wow, 1080p streams now. It only took me a very long time to catch up to the modern world of streaming in 1080. But glad it's here. I think mostly it just made game streams a little bit rougher, especially if it was like, what do you call it? First-person games. Get a lot of like bitrate crunchiness. Brunchiness? My closed captions are They made a choice. And overall, I feel like I can draw a little bit faster. I don't have the one I did last year on hand. I feel like I did more drawings this year. And I'm happy about it. And I feel like I'm at a point where like I figured a couple things out that I was struggling with. There's still always a list of things to be like, all right, we gotta improve in this thing and that thing, but I'm glad that I have a little bit more leeway on things that I want to draw. For example, like being able to draw more fan art when I want to. And I guess New Year resolutions for 2026. I need to make more ads for commissions. I have really put commissions on the back burner. So I just need to be like, yeah, I'm open for commissions, like over and over again. Actually be a good business possum. More sketchbook streams. Yeah, I really neglected my sketchbook after like, I want to say the spring. Did a little bit in the summer, but not as much. And I guess more traditional art streams, that goes with that. So it's like the same setup. Oh yeah. Meowstachio's not here, but we were talking about doing a cyberpunk tabletop RPG, so that's a Discord thing. Not art related, but a Discord thing that I want to do. More art raffle streams. I mean, I feel like for special events, what's the next special event? Probably not my birthday until my birthday again. I was thinking of maybe making a point redeem. Or hold on. Because right now we have 100,000 points. Become a possum. That's just like a sketch, and you don't get a choice. But they are fun. And like I said, I am getting faster at drawing, so perhaps. They don't have to be super. Oh shoot. Okay. Getting a phone call. I need to answer this. Alright, I'll be back soon. Was not anticipating this at all. Whoop. Wait a second. Back soon. Alright, I'm back. Hard extended warranty. Luckily not. But real. Alright, well, I should have hydrated while I was gone. Alright, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I did briefly say that I was gonna make a new outfit. I kind of want to make a t-shirt. I don't know why. Like t-shirt with something. I like how the shark plush is getting a lot of love today. Because right now we have overall, hoodie and shorts. I don't know, would a t-shirt be too boring? Cause like, spicy, both me and the Sona isn't like super fashion. Joke's on you, don't have a car. Real, like, there have been some people that are like, we want to buy your house. And I'm like, joke's on you, I don't have a house. Where do you get this information? Oh, right, and then my elusive 5-hour stream, which is gonna have to wait till next year. Yeah, I was like, ooh, maybe today. I don't know about that. House in this economy, right? I was like, if only I could just like, you know, build a tiny house or something. There's so many like weird rules in the States about like what you can and cannot do. And like, with like property and stuff like that. And, oh yeah, I guess I just mentioned this, yeah, just more fan art. Let me see. I think I only have one piece of fan art here. I guess we could call Mothman a piece of fan art. We're fans of Mothman. And Night in the Woods. A total of 2 pieces of fan art. We can do better. I feel like there's less pressure with fan art. I don't know why. Like you could just draw them just kind of hanging out. And people be like, hell yeah! Because they already like the character. But it's harder if you're like, just draw your OC just hanging out. Because they're like, who is this? I don't know about that. I guess that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think of like anything else. Y'all have a favorite? I know you can't even like see. We're all zoomed out. And let me just zoom into this one. I think my favorite is gonna be the one that's in the spotlight. Just because like the colors. Second favorite? I think I want to say the one for November, the fox walking. Because I usually don't do outdoor street scenes. So I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. I'm like trying to think, what do we have here? Like up here, what is this? Like mostly deer? We even have a deer down here. Big year for deer. Really like August? That would be, oh right, this one. I'm like trying to remember my Roman numerals. The one that always throws me off with Roman numerals is 4 and 6. 1 before 5. 5 and 1. I mean, 6 makes sense. 4 is weird. It's like, yeah, 1 before. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3 makes sense. Just lines. Tasty colors. Thank you. I feel like I've kind of improved. I guess like, sometimes I compare my art from like several years ago and I'm like, I don't feel like there's much of a difference, but I think the biggest difference is in how quickly I get from point A to point B. This July little guy's character? Yeah. That was art fight era. I don't know if I'm gonna do art fight this year. It's a tricky one. I have been participating in it for like the past couple of years, but I think I do the most art fights this year. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that's Kyo. And what else? Yeah, I was like, yeah, add to the deer collection. Wait, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 deer? How many? 1 bird. 2 opossum. 1 bear. 1 cat. Only 4 canines. Canids. I guess a fox is technically a canid, not a canine. Yeah, big year for deer. So many deer. They'll probably be the same next year. I don't know. I just really like the deer characters. Like the opossums, like I just kind of make them kind of grumpy and like it's a mood, but I don't want the grumpy character all the time. Excitement in the house. Our skink is popping. That is such a weird way of saying it's losing its skin. Well, congrats. What is its name? Hopefully next year have a character draw? Heck yeah. I make opossums grumpy. I mean, I don't know. I think it's like the emo vibe. Part of the reason why I chose opossum was because their hands, let me see. It kind of looks like they're wearing like fingerless gloves. And I'm like, that's a very like emo thing. Squishy, very cute. I'm like, do I have a... Everyone's grumpy. This one's bamboozled. Grumpy. Startled. I don't know, having a think here. Not exactly happy. Maybe very concentrated. Very grumpy. Too cool for school. Vibe with the opossums, because they're literally me. True, true. I think this is the happiest. Is the VTuber. Pensive. Okay, okay. Yeah, I guess like if I have to be presenting myself, I will make them look happy. So if I'm streaming, I will make them look happy. Because nobody wants to see a stream where I'm like, meh. Unless... Gotta smile for the camera. But yeah. Whereas like I feel like deer, I don't know, they're more cutesy. You can get away with it more. What was Fallout my first art? Because I was playing it because of the YouTube thumbnail. So I had a couple, I think it, oh right, because on YouTube, if you stream, they make you add a thumbnail. I mean, you can like take a risk and see what random thumbnail they'll give you, but it's better to have a thumbnail. So I made this one. But yeah, I still need to finish the game. Oh yeah, another New Year's resolution. Finish Fallout. Where we go? At that. Or like, well, New Vegas specifically. Nah, I didn't finish it. It was, I got really close to the end, but then I decided to play the DLC. I'm trying to remember which DLC I was in. And then I got like really dizzy, and then I felt like playing in a different game. I was like, maybe I should just go back to the save before I started playing the DLC. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm like, I have to know the ending, right? Gotta work on that. Oh yeah, I get really motion sick with, is that first-person shooter? Yeah, I think that is a first-person shooter. Even sometimes on the third-person games, I get sick, so... that's an unfortunate part about being me. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe continuing BioShock after all this, because I don't think I don't have plans to draw, but maybe I should draw. I feel like that would be responsible, but I don't know, I'm still feeling a little bit art blocked. Like looking at these pictures to be like, any inspiration? And not really feeling it. Yeah, I can't believe it's almost 2026. Anything y'all are looking forward to for 2026? I'm gonna try to go to a concert. I haven't been to a concert in years. I think it would be fun to try that. I should add that to my list. Go to a concert. And also that is a reminder for me to actually save money for it. What's the last concert I went to? I think it was like Wolf Parade in Seattle. That was a wild trip because we like low-key got in a car wreck. The car spun because like there's this thing that like if it rains shortly after it's been like really dry, sometimes the oil on the road makes it really slick. So that's what happened. Our car slid and spun on it. So very sketchy. Now I'm very hyper aware of when I'm like, it hasn't rained for a while. A tablet and a Sonadron, it's good. Good thing to look forward to. Maybe go to a convention and meet some online friends. Ooh, that'd be really fun. I keep going back and forth whether I want to go to a convention. I haven't been to one in years. I feel like as far as money, I feel like I'd want to go to the concert instead because they're both just as expensive. Depending if you have a convention that's local, then that's the best deal because you don't have to worry about lodging. But if you have to travel for it, then it's like oof. But yeah, no, that's cool. Because also there's like a lot of like smaller cons too, where you can meet people as well. What else? Last year I was like, I want to travel more, but I'm like, that's a lot of money. Even doing like day trips. So, like, I kind of want to put that as another like resolution, but I'm not like super 100% committed to that. Maybe just go outside and touch grass more, you know? Be more diligent with that. What else? Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I was like, I almost want to say animation, but I'm like, I did not succeed with that goal last year, so I'm like, maybe not. It's hard to balance animation in. Like, because I'm like, where would I post it? Because a lot of animation is super short. And I'm like, I could post it on YouTube Shorts, but YouTube is like still doing that weird like AI upscaling with their shorts. So I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I don't know. Decisions. I feel like the internet has gotten a little bit wild in some cases. How are we? 1 hour and 43 minutes? Think you turned that off? Really? Okay, yeah, because like at first I remember everyone's complaining that you couldn't. I hope they added it that you can turn it off, because yeah, sometimes like you would look at something and you'd be like, ooh, it looks all like greasy, for lack of a better term. Luckily, I think it would be technically less noticeable with animation. It's very noticeable with like people's faces, but I guess that wouldn't apply to me. You can turn it off on your own account, just not widely. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, sometimes I like sneak the settings in and you're like, oh, I have to actually go and hunt this down. Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, I might have to experiment with that then. Yeah, the last time I made a short was like, I think in the springtime, maybe? Maybe even longer. It might have been the springtime, though. You can see it with your AI eagle eye. Have the channels recommended to you on YouTube are AI now? No! Dang, that's unfortunate. I feel like I've been pretty lucky with my algorithm. But yeah, no, occasionally sometimes it'd be like a topic that I'm interested in. And then like you open it and you're like, I don't think this is a real human talking. And then they just like have like a slideshow of photos like happening. Even the news ones. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Jeez. Yeah, everyone's like, the AI bubble's gonna pop. And I'm like, alright, can it pop like faster? Except, unfortunately, like, a lot of like wild things are gonna happen apparently once it does. We will see. We will see. It's like a real minefield out there. It sucks. Yeah. I can't imagine just entering the internet at this point because Like, at least I'm like, there are channels that I know are not going to use AI. I'm already subscribed to them. That's nice, at least. But like, if you're like just starting an account and being like, let's see what I want to watch, it's like AI, it's like, oh, well, this kind of sucks. Need to make like a curated list of things. Also, commission file corrupted, but there was a backup. Oh, dang. Yeah, that is scary. We got the bug oof. We got the moth oof. Because, yeah, no, I was thinking about that also as, like, new artists entering the field. Because I guess there's ways for it to be like, oh, I'm clearly not an AI artist, especially if you do, like, live art streams. But even then, like, I guess actually I think that's the best way. But I am happy I have, like, a big archive of stuff that I made pre-AI. Are you auto-modded? Interesting. Getting a lot of those shorts narrating movie scenes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't run across that, luckily, but yeah, it's not great. Wait, what? Wait a second. What do you mean, toy girly? Why is there a pipe bomb involved? Are you okay? Are you safe? Usually check out the comments looking for the video name and downvote the video. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm like, when I'm like, ooh, I want to share this video, I'm sometimes like, wait a second. Maybe not. It might be AI. I feel like not commentary videos. I don't know. Skit videos are less likely to be AI. I did come across somebody who was like trying to throw in AI music with their skit, but luckily all the comments were like, this is AI. So. You are now that you found the backup? Well, I hope it doesn't happen again. Dang. I was like, I feel like I've been pretty lucky with things not crashing, but yeah, like sometimes for some reason one of the brushes I use just apparently requires way too much computer power and it just like makes everything around it crash or like move very slowly, which is unfortunate because I actually really like that brush, but I have to like limit how much I use it because it's like way too intense. I'm sure there's probably some settings that I could do to make it like smoother, I guess. You hardly get any AI videos on YouTube? Nice! Well, that's good. Yeah, I feel like especially if it's like news stuff, like updates, it's easier to make AI stuff for that. But depending on like what you watch, it could be really hard to make like an AI like vlog, I guess. Like it'd be just really weird. I feel like people would be able to tell what the heck's going on. All right. Gotta close out of here. I think there's food. I'm gonna go check if there's food. Then, if there is, I'm gonna take a food break. The ad break's gonna last. Well, I guess there won't be any ads, but my break will last a little bit longer than usual. But if there's not food, I'll be back either way. And I think I'm gonna play some BioShock for a bit. Alright, so I'll see y'all later. Let me run that ad. Sustenance, yeah, y'all get sustenance. I've just been like eating chips on each break because that's all we had. Alright, here goes the ad.